Hey, what were your top favorite games of 2017? Well, you're gonna find out ours. Rudy, AJ, Big A, and myself, we went ahead and curated our own top 10 list of 2017. Were there a lot of games? Were there not too many games? Were there not enough games? It's up for you to decide. But we went ahead and actually made a strong list, whatever that means, of our top 10 favorite games of 2017. I just said that like 3 times, but go ahead and watch. We played all of them. AJ stayed up playing all of them, but he plays Overwatch most of the time, so go ahead and go right here and follow him and play with him on Overwatch. All Rudy does is play games, so he's going to have a really good view on all these. Big A has no idea what's going on, so it was really funny to watch him play games. And I really suck at video games, so I'm also really fun to watch play video games. I should probably start up my own Twitch or something like that. It'd be really funny. So go ahead, sit back, get relaxed, grab a beer, grab a water, grab a soda, grab a juice. I don't care what you drink. Grab some popcorn, get comfortable, because you're about to enter our top 10 list of 2017.
Ukulele. I remember a few years ago, ex-members of Rare started a Kickstarter to create a spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. Everybody's excited. Who wouldn't be? Banjo-Kazooie is a great classic game. So in early 2017, Ukulele gets released to average review scores. Ouch, and gamers are kinda disappointed. And I'll be honest in saying that the reviews made me not play the game until we got a used copy traded into the shop. Boy, was I missing out, really was. Ukulele was reviewed unfairly and harshly in my opinion. While not perfect, the game reminds me of why I love 3D platformers so much. It has colorful worlds, vibrant and funny characters, and it has a good game design. I enjoyed the game so much that I collected every Pagey and went through every secret that the game had to offer. Like Banjo-Kazooie, this game had me smiling the whole way through, and that's why it's on this list.
The captain strike one. Hit them hard.
I enjoy a little bit of diversity in my gaming. I get burnt out with all the first-person shooters and similar games that get released every single year. That's why Halo Wars 2 was a breath of fresh air for me. It's not every day that we get a real-time strategy game on a console. It's not the most complicated RTS, it's pretty simple, but it's loads of fun. Using the Halo universe, the campaign features a number of unique scenarios that eases you into the concept of base building and unit upgrades. The campaign gets progressively more complex as you progress through the dozen or so stages. Then the multiplayer portion of the game is endless fun. I never get bored. The new online mode called Blitz is my new favorite aspect of the game, and it's something new and different that you should try. It's a good game that never gets stale, and that's why Halo Wars 2 is on my list. Persona 5 is one of those games you have to play to understand, and to me it's the new king of the Japanese role-playing game genre. It showcases a beautiful story with wonderful personality assisted by great gameplay. Persona 5 is so deep, and it's maybe one of the best written RPGs ever. Everything just clicks and resonates with players on different levels depending on their private life or social experiences. Its fluid and addictive battle system ensures that the turn-based battles never get stale or boring. I'm telling you, in terms of production values, combat, story, character design, music, pace, and all of the above, Persona 5 was easily the best RPG game of the year. You can invest over 100 hours and still feel like you're just scratching the surface, and that's why it's on this list. The Forza games have been my favorite racing game series for the last few installments, and Forza 7 cements my feelings even more with another great addition. There's a ridiculous amount of cars to collect which can be hurled around the truly impressive variety of tracks brought to life by stunning weather and time of day lighting effects. The game is beautiful, especially if played in 4K resolution. The speed and tight controls make it feel like you're really driving an actual car. You could really get that immersed. Packed with more content than ever, you got a game where you could collect the cars you like, paint them, customize them, and then race them for months to come. This game is for everyone who loves racing. With almost real-life physics, a superb handling model, and the best graphics of any racer, Forza 7 is on my list. Horizon Zero Dawn is an amazing PlayStation exclusive that came out earlier in the year. This game, above all else, is a narrative triumph with relatable characters, a fantastic setting, and top-notch gameplay. The combat has some nice options that make encounters fun, even when you're just sneaking up for stealth kills and hiding in a bush. This world is wonderful to explore, and it's not a short game by any means, as I spent over 30 hours playing this gem. The only negative I could really give it is its minor issues I had with the inventory management. If Sony was smart, this game needs to be marketed just like their other big AAA exclusives like, let's say, Uncharted. It's that great of a game and it deserves to be on this list. As an old school gamer, you have to understand how excited I was for Sonic Mania. The hype was real. I mean, Sonic is one of my most beloved video game characters of all time. It's crazy to think, and it was a risk for Sega to let outsiders, Sonic fans, develop this game. But the risk paid off big time, as this is one of the best 2D Sonic games in years. And even though it was developed by Sonic fans, this game feels professional. The game is bursting at the seams, full of smart, nostalgic references that hardcore fans would pick up on, while also managing to feel like a genuine new entry. Sonic Mania is not only everything fans of classic Genesis games could have wanted, and more, it's also one of the best 2D platformers of this generation. If you love Sonic like I do, get this game, you will not be disappointed. Resident Evil is back. I wasn't a fan when Resident Evil went towards more of an action game like in Resident Evil 5 and 6. I have always preferred the survival horror, and I think the RE franchise should stay in that genre. This game definitely isn't for the faint of heart. It will keep you on your toes and is scary as heck. This story really had me hooked in, and I feel that the boss battles are epic. This installment is much grittier and it's a darker entry, and I really like that a lot. If you have the PlayStation VR, you can play the VR version of the game. The immersion in that version is awesome. It doesn't matter what version of the game you play, just go out there, pick it up if you can handle and stomach this type of game. I believe it's great, and it's an instant classic. Cuphead is a run-and-gun indie-developed video game. Now just because it's an indie doesn't mean that the quality isn't there. Inspired by the cartoons of the 1930s, the visuals and audio are carefully created with the same techniques of that era. Just look at this game. Come on, tell me that this game isn't stylish. It's also an incredibly satisfying action platformer. Being an old school gamer, I appreciated that this game doesn't hold your hand and can be tough as nails. Now some may say that this game is unforgiving, but the feeling that you get when you finally beat a level you've been stuck on is great and gives you that sense of satisfaction that few modern games manage to accomplish. Beautiful and diversified as any other, Cuphead is such a rewarding game. It reminds us of the true taste of victory. The only thing I need now is a physical copy of this game because currently it's in only download format. The top two games were so hard to determine. Both are going to go down as all-time classics. We decided that Mario Odyssey gets the number 2 spot, but it could have easily been number 1 as well. I love the sandbox style gameplay. Being able to jump back and forth between worlds is cool. The brand new capture mechanic gives a new perspective on what an open world Mario game can be. The graphics and sound are fun, and it has that all-important tight controls which is needed in this type of game. The adventure is kind of easy, but I believe the real game starts after you beat the game. You open up new, harder challenges, and finding every single moon can be time-consuming. Mario Odyssey will always have a special place in my heart, since my son and we challenged each other to see who can get all the moons first. Well, Dad won that race, but even more, I'll cherish the father-son competition we had. I hope you all loved the game as much as we did. Wow, that's all I could say while playing Breath of the Wild. This open world Zelda game is massive. After going through the opening part of the game, it opens up so you can go anywhere in any order. The game is nothing short of a masterpiece. It's both brand new and familiar. The world is vast, beautiful, and breathtaking. The soundtrack and sound design are absolutely phenomenal. Everything screams high quality. There are a crazy amount of secrets that will take you months to figure out. I've probably invested 150 hours into this and I have enjoyed every single second. Nintendo has raised the bar and I don't see how they could ever top this near perfect game. Breath of the Wild will be hailed as one of the best games of all time. So there we go, our top games. We're really interested to know what your top games of 2017 are. Are they different from ours? Please let us know in the comments.